And we are live back here on the EIF network where we belong. Welcome everybody in. As always, I'm your host, EIF owner Tourney, and based by the title, you can tell it is tournament time. We're not talking Battle for Glory just yet, although that tournament is coming up in coming weeks, and boy, are we excited for that. But hey, give the X Division a little bit of love because we're excited for these guys too. It is now time to begin the 14th annual EIF X Division tournament. 8 superstars competing for an opportunity to be called the X Division champion and the king of the X Division. What's awesome about this tournament is while it will be for our lowest prestige title, and a lot of people see that they can't really find a lot of value in this tournament, 11 of the 13 people who have won this tournament have went on to win a main event championship in EIF. So obviously, the success rate of this tournament very high, and the superstars that come out of this tournament tend to be superstars of the present and here for the future. And tonight, we're kicking this tournament off with guys that are X Division tournament veterans as well as former X Division champions, Untamed Legend and Tyrant Hunt. These two have actually battled over the X Division title numerous times in their past, and they're going to have another chapter written tonight. In the opening round, the winner of this match will advance to the semifinals of the X Division tournament at EIF Airbound, which, as many of you viewers who are very knowledgeable X Division enthusiasts or just EIF enthusiasts may know, the X Division tournament has never before been held in any more than a one-night process where all competitors would start and finish the tournament in just one night. But due to the newer format for EIF, in order to benefit the overall progression of EIF, we're having the first round of the tournament take place over this week, and if need be, possibly even next week in the regular shows. And then following that, on Saturday next week, April 9th, at Airbound, we will have the semifinals and finals of this year's X Division tournament. So let's start with some in-ring introductions. The following contest is the opening matchup of the EIF 14th Annual X Division Tournament. Introducing first in the top left-hand corner. He is apparently phenomenal. From Houston, Texas, Tyrant Hunt. And his opponent standing across the ring from him in the bottom right, from Glastonbury, Connecticut, it is Untamed Legend. Here we go, guys. Ding, ding, ding. And the X Division tournament is underway. Untamed Legend coming off the rope, and it's Tyrant Hunt to take advantage with a Bloody Sunday. What an opening move. And Tyrant Hunt kicked to the lower back of Untamed Legend, so Tyrant's going to have to hope that his moveset is within rules. We do have Hybrid Maniac, a very knowledgeable source, watching this match with me right here live, and of course around the world, people watching on Twitch, to make sure if you guys see anything wrong, let us know. We know it is going to be slightly delayed, but we will try to correct whatever we can. So again, the opening match of the X Division tournament this year. Tyrant Hunt and Untamed Legend were both in it last year. Tyrant Hunt, I believe, made it to the semifinals. I could be wrong. I know Untamed was eliminated in the opening round. If you weren't in the last one, I know you were in the one before that. I'm positive this is not your first tournament for either of you two. Although, coming up next in what should be our main event, EBAMS and Lizman are competing in what will be their X Division tournament debut, but Untamed and Tyrant Hunt, they've been in this tournament before. Tyrant Hunt was actually in last year's Battle for Glory All-Stars tournament. He made it to the quarterfinals of the BFG after advancing in the preliminary round as an underseed. And now Tyrant Hunt looking to advance into this Final Four with a win tonight. He'll start out with a backbreaker to Untamed and continue to work on that back with a kick to the lower area. Tyrant Hunt with a signature in hand already. He is feeling it right now. Untamed Legend, who has been experiencing some success over the last several weeks here, including that awesome open invitational we saw at WrestleMania. Who would have thought Untamed Legend would end up getting to beat Rage Instinct, and who would have thought Rage Instinct would have been there in the first place? He too is a former X Division champion, and he also went on to win main event championships, although I don't know that he's won a tournament. Untamed will use his first ring escape, and Tyrant Hunt with his first outside dive. It's X Division for a reason. Untamed Legend now getting up to both feet and finally using a reversal. Tyrant Hunt does have a finisher in hand. I mean, he is dominating Untamed right now. Scoop slam, though, on the outside. And again, ring out count is on, as is disqualification in our opening round here. Untamed awaiting here. Tyron Hunt already in double digits for a regular show broadcast. That is rare. But it is the X Division tournament. It's an important tournament, especially to guys like this. Tyron Hunt trying to get up. Untamed can't be thinking about actually winning this by count out, I hope. Suplex connects. I'm not even sure where the count's at. I think he said 8. The referee, I think, was at the count of 8. Wow, that actually was a lot closer than I thought. We could have saw a draw there. I wonder what would have happened. Tyron Hunt, single leg breaker connects. Notice Untamed's been very conservative with the reversals. Tyron Hunt has been as well, although in fairness to Tyron, he hasn't really needed to use them. Untamed has been on the offense much lesser than his opponent. Right here, Untamed using a reversal again. Tyron Hunt nearly getting his 5th one back, and is he going to wait? He does. He's got it. And Untamed still, though, able to maintain some offense a little bit. Leg drop. Tyron uses a reversal. Now Tyron dragging Untamed closer toward the center of the ring, and a suplex connects. And we mentioned EBAMS and Lizman could be coming up. That match is actually on the other side of the bracket, so the winner of this match, there would be no way that they could meet the winner of Lizman and EBAMS unless they made it all the way to the finals. It's all good. Untamed with a reversal, and now a signature in hand for Untamed. Tyron Hunt looking to stop Untamed, and he does with a backbreaker. Again, Untamed just gets a little bit of offense, and Tyron taking the breath right away. And now with the signature, Tyron, I am going to have to ask you to calm down that kick to the lower back. Been doing that a couple times, so I'll have to wait a couple more minutes to do that. But you can do these all you want. And now Tyron Hunt, another snapping suplex connects. And I'll tell you what, you're Untamed legend. I mean, a little kind of pondering here at Untamed's performance. Tyron with 2 finishers in hand. Could be looking to use one right now. And, oh! What a neck breaker, and then Tyron does that. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what that was. Anyway. Tyron Hunt, well, I think he was trying to do this again. Untamed has lost to EBAMS in the past, just recently. And Untamed now with a reversal delivered to Tyron Hunt. EBAMS, of course, going to be in action in just a little bit. And now Untamed, wait a minute. Oh, I thought he was trying to take a page out of Tyron's book, but he just goes for the gutbuster instead. Tyron Hunt, I don't know the last time I've seen Tyron Hunt look this dominant in a match, so that's not a good thing if you're Untamed legend. Untamed with a stomp, and now a finisher in hand for Untamed legend. Okay, so despite the fact that Tyron's been pretty dominant, he's given Untamed enough offense to take advantage. Now Untamed taking advantage again with a backbreaker delivered to Tyron Hunt. A mostly grounded X Division tournament match, but that's okay. Untamed just consistently waiting for Tyron. Now, again, trying to take advantage. And Tyron, who's been mostly conservative on his reversals, was not there. Back suplex connects, although he still is at 3, so he's in a pretty comfortable position. Here he is again, perched on the middle rope. Tyron Hunt, Swanton connects. Tyron Hunt picking up Untamed. Could he be thinking about ending this match? Not just yet. Tyron Hunt now, well, he went to the middle rope. Now he's going up top. Big body splash, or a frog splash if you want to call it that. He was leaping through the air. And again, Tyron back in a comfortable driver's seat. Oh, what's this? Snap mirror connects. And now, oh, wait a minute. There's a bit of an arm lock. Untamed stopping him. Right hand stopped from Tyron. Tyron Hunt with another suplex. Tyron Hunt approaching 3 finishers, and there it is. He's got him. But Tyron is down. Fatigue settling in now. Untamed doesn't even have enough reversals for these finishers. He is on all 4s now. Tyron Hunt picking him up. Could he be thinking about trying the first one? No. And Untamed went for the finisher. And Untamed down to 1 reversal, and Untamed is now in an uncomfortable place, and he's still able to take some offense. Tyron Hunt has been showing patience we have not seen yet this game here from the Houston native, and it's working out right now, and Untamed's going to have to show some patience as well as he'll head to the outside. So referee, last time this happened, Tyron dove to the outside, and Untamed nearly won off a count out. It was at 8 by the time both Super Reserves re-entered the ring. Tyron again to the outside. Well, Tyron, well, we mentioned patience. He was showing it at times. There's a moment where he didn't. Count it 2. Untamed Legend calmly looks like he's going to re-enter the ring and take a ring advantage. Count it 3. Tyron Hunt with 3 in terms of finishers. Again, you can advance in this tournament by way of disqualification or countout. Untamed running neck breaker. He does not give clean entry, but he fooled Tyron into thinking. And of course, the X Division is sometimes known for its high flying and risks, and sometimes high flying can cause serious brain damage, something we think Tyron had before that even began. Backbreaker delivered from Untamed to Tyron. I gotta make myself laugh a little bit. Another leg drop from Untamed. He's got a signature. 5 moves of doom happening quite a bit between these two superstars. And I think just people are just going to be shocked. I mean, Tyron has this match, really. You have to think he does, given the offense, given the amount of finishers he's got. So if he can't put Untamed away, and Untamed finds a way to emerge from this and go to the semifinals, shame on you to Tyron Hunt. Now Untamed with a taunt, maybe signaling that this could be it. Untamed just trying to keep Tyron on the ground. Tyron's been a little bit more comfortable through flying as opposed to Untamed. Untamed again, just kind of circling around Tyron, waiting for some movement. There it is. Tyron uses a reversal. Tyron with a signature. Oh, and he caught him with an enziguri to the back of the head. Untamed trying to run away. Now raking the back of Untamed Legend is Tyron Hunt. Turns him over, and hits a neck breaker as well. Now taunt from Tyron. And Tyron Hunt. Oh, big enziguri, and it misses. Untamed Legend. They got another finisher reversed. Untamed used another reversal. And to the pleasure of Tyron Hunt. Untamed, though, still able to gain some offense. And miraculously, this match has not seen a finisher hit yet. It has seen a couple reversed, and they've been to the credit of Tyron Hunt. One of the things that I wanted to mention is, again, we have at least one more X Division tournament match coming up for you immediately after this. And on this broadcast, we're going to reveal the 5th and final competitor, and of course the 4th challenger to Prismatic Nebula, aka Tripod's Undisputed Superstar Championship match, which will be in a ladder match at Airbound next week on Saturday, April 9th, right back here on the EIF network. It's the 9th annual Airbound pay-per-view, and again, Tripod defending against 4 challengers in a 5-man ladder match. We know 3 of them. We know that we will have, of course, 4 challengers total. One of them, the final one, going to be announced tonight. They will join Jetstar, Prof Jag, and Aaron, who are the challengers to Tripod's Undisputed Championship. This matchup continues, however, in the ring with a backbreaker and a neckbreaker. Talk about a Miz combo there. Ironically, AJ beat him. Bullet Club, maybe? Taunt for Tyron, make it 2. 2 each. Tyron Hunt with an enziguri. I think Tyron's trying to get into more comfortable territory and maybe try to get Untamed to use all these reversals. Hasn't worked out yet for him, but he's hoping that it can. Neckbreaker will, though. Tripod has Randy Orton set to defend against Prof Jag with Sting, Aaron with Kalisto, Jetstar with Finn Balor. So especially Kalisto and Balor, you'd have to think advantage to them in a ladder match. Tripod, Randy Orton, maybe not so much. It's Untamed still being counted, and now he gets in the ring. Tyron actually gave Untamed clean entry. And now Untamed returning the favor by giving a Luthez to take advantage. And yet again, guys, Untamed has a signature, now a finisher. He's been reversed 2 times in this match with finishers. He's hoping it doesn't happen again. These guys have both been extremely conservative in their reversal categories, and that's why this match continues. And that's why Tyron, I think, has been a bit afraid to use any of his finishers yet. Untamed certainly hasn't been shy. And Tyron using a reversal there, and oh, what a drop kick. Right to the mush of Untamed, as the great former wrestler Taz would say. Untamed with an elbow to the elbow, maybe? It's a different kind of reversal there. And, oh, wait a minute. Tyron Hunt, this is a finisher. Styles Clash connects. Tyron Hunt with the Styles Clash. And he might be looking to get into the semifinals with that Styles Clash. Untamed rolled over, hooks the leg, does Tyron. 1, 2. Tyron is going off of one finisher to the X-Division Tournament semifinals. We will see him at Airbound. Well, Untamed continued to rear its ugly head, and he continued to try and be a threat to Tyron Hunt, but from the moment this match began, the Bloody Sunday being the first move of this match, Tyron Hunt stayed in control, and he went from start to finish to get past one match, but he's still got a long way to get to the finish line. Tyron Hunt moves on, though, to the semifinals at EIF Airbound. Coming up next, we have another X-Division tournament match, and we had Hybrid Maniac watch that one. Of course, this is Hybrid Maniac's birthday, so a happy birthday to him. Make sure if you're on the chat that you give him a happy birthday wish. And we want to remind everybody that Hybrid, of course, experienced great success in the X-Division. Another man who experienced great success is Hostile Exile. He is the longest reigning X-Division champion this league has ever known, and that reign sits as one of the top reigns of all time in EIF. 4 months and 1 day. A man who's creeping up on that, nearly reaching 3 months, is one Lizman. And technically tonight, you could call it a title defense, because up next, Lizman will begin his journey through the X-Division tournament to try and do the same thing that his predecessor did, being Hostile Exile 5 years ago, and that is win the X-Division tournament as the champion at the beginning all the way to the end. So coming up next, it's going to be Lizman versus EBAMS. And of course, as we are making this, Lizman was actually talking in the party right now, and I know that Xbox does have the feature where we enable voice chat. For EIF purposes and for the safety of your ears to the listeners, that feature has been disabled for tonight. The match is up, though. Lizman, EBAMS, and Hostile, please join. Hostile will be watching with me. And Lizman had actually just said that if he wins this match, he would punch his ticket into the semifinals, which will take place on April 9th. That he is correct. Another thing Lizman had pointed out to us is that if he does indeed win this, then he will have officially surpassed the 3-month mark, because on January 7th, Lizman became the X-Division champion. So, of course, April 9th, that would surpass 3 total months, 3 months and 2 days. And Lizman would be within a month's reach of breaking history. And again, Hostile set that reign all the way back in 2011, so that is a very, very notable history. And Hostile had mentioned this. He said, I had the longest reign of the X-Division by choice. Hostile, on 4 months and 1 day, had actually forfeited the X-Division championship. He relinquished that title, and of course, Hostile, months later, would end up winning his first Undisputed World Championship. So ended up being the right move for him, I think. But you almost look back at, and when you're in times like this, and now all these years later, 5 years later, you see EBAMS, Lizman. I don't know why I keep mixing them up. Maybe it's because EBAMS is going to win. Who knows? But again, you look at it, and you almost wonder, as you see Lizman with the reign he has right now, just what Hostile may have been able to do had he continued to hold that championship. The world will never know, but the world will know by the end of this broadcast if Lizman's reign will continue or not. Now, what people don't realize is that these two have had a number of EIF matches against each other as of recently, even the most recent one being EBAMS actually beating Lizman, which is a rarity. He did so in a Superstardom match, and so he's hoping that success carries over to the land of Extreme Distortion, where the second of 4 X-Division quarterfinal matchups begin. So Hostile will get in the ring first to be counted out, followed by me. And again, then we will do... Actually, I'll go ahead and do in-ring introductions right now. So, the following contest is the second quarterfinal round matchup of this year's 14th annual X-Division Tournament. Introducing first, I guess you could call him the challenger. Standing in the bottom left corner, E-Bams. And opposing him in the top right-hand corner from Kentucky, he is the current reigning EIF X-Division champion, Lizman. And so, Lizman, if he wins, he lives to fight another day. If he loses, we are guaranteed a new X-Division champion by the end of this tournament. Ready, guys? Ding, ding, ding. E-Bams forgot to throw his shirt into the stands. Lizman caught him trying to do it, and now he takes the upper hand. The Ginger Sporting Superstars collide here. Lizman starting out with a big super kick, and much like Tyrant and Untamed, just a ruckus start to this match, this time in favor of Lizman. We mentioned Tyrant beating Untamed to move on just moments ago. These two are on the opposite side of the bracket. Tyrant will play the winner of Big Steph and DZ, while the winner of this match will play the winner of Wicked Jr. and Narc Relapse. Right now, E-Bam's getting a no touch, so this is not good for him. Lizman taking it to the challenger and just unloading. X-Division champion gets E-Bams to use a ring escape. E-Bams requesting a timeout. Oh, and Lizman, whoa! The referee might disqualify Lizman when he regains consciousness. And now, Lizman to the top rope. E-Bam's taking advantage. And Lizman back on the top rope, looking to fly, and oh, he got caught, E-Bams takes him down with a power bomb. Lizman awkwardly rolling out of the way, and oh, Lizman with a reversal. Drop kick connects. And Lizman, look at the damage, guys. You know, Lizman's done a number of green bars in his early career here in EIF. This could be another one. Lizman already with one finisher. This is how the X-Division tournament has been landsliding thus far. Don't forget, guys, following this matchup, we will announce the fifth and final competitor in the main event for the Undisputed Superstar Championship at EIF Airbound. Elbow drop from E-Bams. Lizman uses a reversal and a drop kick. Both men out of reversals. And now E-Bam's getting woken up. This match could be over. Here it is. Finisher. Sister Abigail connects. Hooks the leg. Shoulders are down. 1, 2. And E-Bams gets the shoulder up. Oh, man. Well, if you want to call that the end of round 1, it's a landslide victory for Lizman. E-Bams is going to have to battle back. Single leg breaker delivered by Lizman. And again, E-Bams did just defeat Lizman on Superstardom recently. Lizman has a number of victories over E-Bams, both in and outside of EIF, though. So I guess it would still give him the upper hand, but E-Bams knows if you want to take any confidence in your E-Bams, you know that you can beat this guy. You have beaten this guy in the past. So that's something that is on your side. That's something that if you're E-Bams, you got to look to that as momentum. E-Bams now flaunting to the crowd. I don't know if now's the time to do that, but he chooses to do it anyway. Stomp, Lizman with a reversal and a drop kick. Lizman with a signature. E-Bams nearly getting one if he would have just been able to maintain that offense. And now Lizman just teeing off at the head of E-Bams. Malicious is Lizman right now. And still might be angry over that Superstardom loss. He can't erase that. And Lizman is one of those guys, he likes to win every match. He's a love to win, hate to lose guy. And yeah, obviously a lot of superstars can say that, but this guy really plays with a grit, a little bit of a snarl that you don't really see in a lot of superstars. And you do see a super kick, though, and right there was one of them. Right on the button. Finisher in hand for Lizman. E-Bams out of reversals. And on the outside of the ring. He does have a signature. Progress. And Lizman with one taunt. And Lizman out and about. Now E-Bam's trying to take advantage of Lizman on the outside. I can't even see Lizman. There's a good picture. Elbow to the back of the X-Division champion. E-Bams reverse with a jawbreaker from Lizman. And count it. 4, I believe. And I'm sorry, just now got to the count of 4. Lizman will get in the ring. Lizman has been an honorary X Division champion. He's not one to like to win by count out or any cheap tactics. Lizman likes to beat you where it hurts. He likes to pin you in the center of the ring. Not even a fan of submissions when it comes to superstardom. Obviously, ED doesn't feature that, but Lizman may not have that option right now. EBAMS might just stay comfortable with a count out loss. Referee at the count of 8. Lizman with his second taunt. Count of 9, and EBAMS will slide in. And Lizman will try to punch him right out. Sister Abigail, as soon as he comes in the ring, 2-0 finisher count, 2 count here, and a 3 count. Lizman, piece of cake. He green bars EBAMS to prove it was a fluke on Superstardom. Lizman is moving on to the semifinals, and with a performance like that, Superstars beware, because the X Division champion is making it to 3 months. And with the way he handled EBAMS, it could be a lot longer than that. So Tyron Hunt and Lizman will punch their tickets onto the semifinals. We still have 2 more matches to take place in the X Division tournament. Looks like they're not going to happen tonight, but we will make sure that we get them. And when we do, they will be streamed right here on the EIF network. So obviously our 2 match per week quota has been met, but we can certainly override that to continue this. But before we go, guys, we want to remind you the 5th competitor in the EIF Airbound main event, which is a 5-man ladder match for the undisputed Superstardom Championship. We know that it will be Tripod, the champion, walking in, and he will defend against Prof Jag, who represents the Icon Sting, Jetstar, who represents Finn Balor, and Aaron, who represents Kalisto. And of course, Tripod is the Viper, the Apex Predator, Randy Orton. Well, I have our 5th competitor. I have our 4th challenger. And, you know, Airbound is about opportunity. When Airbound, despite the fact that we are changing Airbound up a little bit, Airbound has been about giving opportunity. Airbound has been about making things happen for the underdogs, for the undercard, for the midcard, guys that hadn't been given an opportunity to main event, guys that haven't been given an opportunity to be the guy in EIF. And while Airbound's tradition is changing, and while we're trying to circulate a little bit of a full circle approach and include some of our main event superstars, we also still want to include that underdog. We want to include that one guy, that guy that nobody has given an opportunity to. Okay? And so that is why we reached out and we found somebody. We found a superstar who embodies what it's like to be an undercarder, what it's like to be underrated. And that superstar who will join Prof Jag, Aaron, Jetstar, and the Superstardom champion Tripod at an opportunity to compete for the undisputed Superstardom Championship is none other than Neil. Representing Xavier Woods, Flair, National Flair, Neil, whatever you want to call him, expect the unexpected. Neil will be given his first World Championship match here in EIF at the main event of Airbound. It will be Xavier Woods being represented by Neil, Finn Balor being represented by Jetstar, Sting being represented by Prof Jag, Kalisto being represented by Aaron, and Randy Orton being represented by Tripod, the undisputed Superstardom champion. And it will be a 5-man ladder match. So the main event is set. The X Division tournament is beginning to unfold, and we hope that we will all see you on Saturday, April 9th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time for EIF's 9th annual Airbound event. Join us at 7 p.m. Eastern for the pre-show, where we will be revealing the 16-seed tournament known none other as the Battle for Glory All-Stars tournament. Of course, we have the X Division tournament beginning, but the BFG is on the horizon, and people are excited for that. The 5th installment of that tournament is coming up. Also, we have many other announcements that I'm sure we'll be mentioning over the next several weeks, and a couple that we're going to do right now. So, one of the things that we want to remind everybody is coming soon is new programming here on the EIF Network. For those of you that cannot get enough of the EIF Network here on Twitch, you can't get enough of us on YouTube over at EIF Archive, we're bringing you new content. We're going to bring you some old rehashings, including our newest show, EIF Rewind, which is coming your way here on Twitch in April. This will feature EIF superstar Hybrid Maniac as the host of this show, and Hybrid will take us down memory lane of EIF, not only showing us some of the things on the EIF network from this year's past, but other content that had never before been seen here on the EIF network, as Hybrid will be rebroadcasting these things for you live. Again, coming up in April will be the first edition of EIF Rewind, and we will get you the date and time of that episode, as well as what will be streamed on that episode in the coming broadcasts here for you. So make sure you stay tuned for that, as well as future original programming. We're going to get an idea of what exactly we'll be bringing your way, but if you want to see the EIF superstars like you've never seen them before, you better make sure that you stay locked here at the EIF Network, as we will continue to update you. But again, more broadcasting, more opportunities coming your way here on Twitch, coming your way here on the EIF Network, to just get you more of that extreme international fighting experience that you've loved for the past year. Also want to remind you guys before we head out to make sure that if you haven't followed us, if you're new to the network now, what are you waiting for? Make sure you follow us here on Twitch. You can also follow us on Twitter. Twitter is actually being revived right now. I know a lot of people don't really like it, but Prismatic Nebula, aka Tripod, the champion that we've been talking about, he is also on Twitter now. He is taking over, and he's doing a lot of great things to get that first impression, trying to be as active on Twitter as possible and engaging on Twitter as he possibly can be. So make sure you guys check that out and go ahead and follow us on Twitter, on the EIF Network here. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, EIF Archive, that's ARCHIVE. Make sure you check out some of the past broadcasts that are available to you there. And for more information, you can always check our website out, www.leaguelineup.com/EIF Lives. You can find show results, superstar stats, and more, including how to become a part of Extreme International Fighting. And one of those ways is by adding me at EIF space owner space Carney, CARNI, right here on the Xbox One. So that's a mouthful, and that's a wrap. Thank you for tuning in here to the first two matches of the 14th annual X Division tournament. Still two more to come here in the opening round, and then it's the semifinals as well as Airbound on Saturday, April 9th. We'll see you next time right back here on the EIF Network. Good night, everybody.